Loyal Order of Moose, number 1369. Robinson IGA Food Center. Hardee's, Crawford Memorial Hospital. American Legion, E.M. Coulter Post 69 in Robinson. M&M Exhaust. Crawford County State Bank. Pulliam Funeral Homes. Rural King Supply. Leaf Incorporated in Robinson. Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong. Charlie Incorporated and Worldwide Sound and Video Productions. We've got Jeff Barker standing here beside me. Jeff, 10 days, 2 weeks, what's the layoff been?
It's been 12 days, and I think we've got the hours down, too. It seems like a long time since we've played.
Is that good or bad for your team going into tonight?
Well, it's good and bad. You know, being away from the game for a while and being away from game competition and referees and that kind of thing will be hard, and I'm sure we'll be a little bit rusty to start with. But we've been able to work on a lot of things and fine-tune some things, and we've got 7 games in the next 2 weeks, so we're going to need to be able to play here.
Well, that's one of the things that I was going to bring up after a successful tournament at Charleston, and now you had those 12 days, and now I think the meteor schedule coming up here in the next 2 weeks or so with the likes of Newton and Effingham, Shelbyville, which was rated, I think, 6th or 7th in the state, and somebody called Lawrenceville, and a few other things thrown in along with the Carmite tournament, which includes Mount Carmel, which includes Fairfield, which includes Harrisburg. You needed a little teaching period.
Yeah, we've got a lot of tough games coming up in this period, but like we've told the kids, you got to go one game at a time, play one team at a time, and this is an important Apollo Conference game for us. They're undefeated in the Apollo.
What do you look when we're looking at Newton? What do we look for? What's our strengths? What are you guys worried about?
Their 2 top scorers are Mulvey and Jones. And I know that Mast can score pretty well also. He's been hurt a little bit lately, but I think he's healthy again. Jones scores mainly in the post, while Mulvey is a 3-point shooter and perimeter threat. So we're going to have to make sure that we keep the clamps on those 2 guys and handle the ball and play tough overall team defense, and I think we'll come out okay.
Well, I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised at how Newton's performed so far this year, considering what happened to them last year. I mean, that's a credit to their coaching staff. Is that what you see also? I mean, it seems like they're doing a great job so far.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Mimoser before the game, and he said that being in the early Thanksgiving tournament and getting a couple or 3 wins under their belt early really helped the kids' confidence, and since then they've played pretty good basketball, and they're going to have a nice season, I think.
Well, one question I'd ask is, are we healthy? No flu, no colds? I mean, is that 10 or 12 days helped also?
Well, yeah, I think that Corey Pritchard had a sprained ankle early last week, but he's okay now, and I'm sure we have a few colds, and we're battling a little bit of that like everyone else. But other than that, we're healthy, and I think we're ready to go. And the one thing I'd like to mention is I think that our depth is getting better and better and better, and we're getting to the point where we can play 9, 10, or 11 kids if we need to.
That's great, because that can only help through this stretch and all the way through February and hopefully into March.
Yeah, that's one thing that we have to get ready to go, because you never know who could get hurt or who could get in foul trouble, and if you have depth, you've got a lot going for you.
Okay. Well, Jeff, we wish you good luck tonight, and thanks for coming up, and what can I say, but another victory in the Apollo Conference would be nice.
Boy, we're sure hoping so. A road victory would be great tonight.
Okay, we want to thank Jeff, and just stay tuned. In just a second, we'll have Robinson High School basketball. We're back here with about 2.5 minutes to go before the tip-off, and want to remind everyone that after this game, we've got a doubleheader on Channel 12 tonight, which will be Palestine-Hudsonville, which that game's at LTC, where Dwayne and Jim are, and my reliable substitute, Terry Roach, is here to help me. So, Terry, your perception of the game tonight, whatever.
Well, I think it's going to be a great Apollo match. The first thing you got to look at is when Robinson and Newton hook up, no matter what it's in, whether it's football, basketball, track, baseball, whatever, it's always a great contest. So, you know, the records really don't mean anything to this point, even though both of them have good records. But, you know, the kids know each other, they're friends, and I think it's going to be, you know, a great matchup tonight. Newton is vastly improved. I think they were 1-22 last year, and they're off to a real good start this year. They're 10-5, and you know, things are going real well, and they're playing real well, and they've got a good nucleus of young kids. And you know, our kids are playing real well, and they're coming off a good tournament at Charleston of the holiday tournament. So I look for this to be a good match.
Agree with you 100%, and it's the other thing that you talked about with Newton and Robinson. It's a rivalry, but it's pretty well a friendly rivalry, and has been for a long time.
Right, it has been. You know, since I've been here, the coaches have got along real well, and I think that carries through to the kids, and they visit back and forth and know each other very well, and have made some good friendships. So they really play hard against each other, and they want to beat each other, but after the game's over, they're still friends, and that's a good situation.
Okay, injured on the job, at home or during play, Crawford Memorial Hospital wants you to know early intervention with treatment is important with work or sports injuries. CMH has a fully staffed PT department ready to handle your physical therapy needs. Children, the elderly, workers, and athletes can be treated with Stairmasters, free weights, Pro Airdyne bikes, and more. For more information, call CMH Physical Therapy Department at 546-1234, extension 2271. Crawford Memorial Hospital, working towards a healthier tomorrow. And Terry, I'll let you take over, and you can go ahead and go through the starting lineups as they're being announced, and from there.
Okay, they're going to lead us off first, so I'll go through the Robinson starting lineup, which is pretty much the same as it has been for us throughout the course of the year. At one guard will be number 20, Corey Pritchard, who's a senior, 6 feet. The other guard will be senior, number 40, Ryan Bryant, who's also 6 feet tall. At one forward this evening will be number 34, 6'3" junior, Bruce Hardiman. At the other forward will be number 24, Cody Dunlap, a 6-foot senior. And in the middle will be 6'6" Matt Parker, who's a junior. We go over on the other side for Newton this evening, and they've shaken up their lineup a little in the last couple, 3 weeks. At the guard position, they'll be starting a sophomore, a 5'9" Nick Horst. At the other guard will be 6 foot, Mike Mulvey, number 32. And at one forward will be a 6'3" junior, number 44, Josh Jones. The other forward will be a 6'3" junior, number 30, Jonathan Mast. And their center is 6'4", number 54, Zach Weber. So Newton's going to start a rather young lineup tonight.
We go through here with as the Newton players are announced. The Crawford County State Bank is ready to handle all your banking needs quickly and efficiently. Whether you stop by just to cash a check or make a deposit, they are there to help. The Crawford County State Bank, member FDIC. Another one of our sponsors tonight is Rural King. Don't forget that Rural King Supply is your winter weather headquarters for Carhartt insulated workwear, plus service and lacrosse insulated boots. That's at Rural King Supply on Route 33 east of Robinson. As we get ready here for this Apollo Conference contest, the Maroons come in at 8-3 and Newton at 10-5. And I believe the Maroons are 2-1 in the conference.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's also well to mention the coaches for tonight, which I didn't mention when we did the starting lineups. Doug Moser is in his second year at the Helt Newman at Newton High School, and he's done a great job. Last year he was 1-22, which is real tough, especially in your first year as a head coach. And he's really turned it around and got his young players playing well for him at 10-5. And then our coach is Jeff Barker, who's done a great job for the Maroons and has a great season going for him as well.
As we got a tip from center as Weber tips it back to Mast. Bringing up the ball is Horst, Nick Horst, the Eagles out front. As it's taken away by Cody Dunlap, who goes in for the score and misses it, but Pritchard with the rebound and puts it in as the Maroons break on top 2-0.
That's good hustle on Corey's part to get down there and follow that up.
A little disadvantage here, seeing there as Parker comes up with the steal to Bryant for the layup. Two more as the Maroons come out here with some tough defense and you know, there's going to be a little bit of cobwebs there to shake loose, but they're really coming out there. His horse stumbles a little bit and walks as the Maroons again take over, and that'll be the third straight turnover for the Eagles, as the Maroons will take it out here on the side and leading 4-0. Bryant to Pritchard on the wing. Back to Ryan Bryant. Maroons working around the perimeter, bring it down into Parker. To Hardiman for a short jumper. Good.
You know, that's one thing that the Maroons have really done well this year is everybody is passing the ball well, and especially the two big guys inside are always looking for each other.
Everybody's there. Again, Horst having problem as Pritchard puts a lot of pressure on him. Again, Dunlap with the steal into Bryant. Back to Corey as he's caught underneath. They're going to call 3 seconds on him. Maroon defense has denied Newton a shot here in the first minute and a half, and they're on top 6-0.
That's got to be tough on Nick Horst. He's a sophomore, number 1. He's been playing up some varsity, and there's a little bit more incentive in this evening for those two because him and Ryan Bryant are first cousins.
Ryan Michael checks in for Nick as Michael Mulvey drives and is fouled by number 40, Ryan Bryant. Because you got a better shot of the view than I do, so I got to look over the post or the rail. Jones out front to Mast, who shoots. Not there. Battle for the rebound. Number 44, Josh Jones, puts it in for the Eagles as they get on the scoreboard at 6-2 with 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Then lap to Bryant. As he dribbles out front. Tries to make a move and shoots a little short jumper for 2. Maroons coming out hot here on offense as they put in most of their shots. Get everybody out here, Terry. Ryan Michael again out front with the ball out to Zach Weber, who's way out on top. Good defense there by the Maroons. Michael guarded there by Corey Pritchard. To Mulvey. Goes to the baseline for a shot. Bounces around, not there. Good rebound by Cody Dunlap inside fighting. As he almost picks it. It's almost thrown away there as Jonathan Mast was playing some good defense.
Maroons are really playing good defense, and that's really setting the tone for the ball game at this point.
Good play in there by, oh. Thought it was off of Weber, but they're going to call it off of, who was it off of? Bruce Hardiman.
Must have called it off Bruce. He was the closest guy to the ball.
Michael again out front for the Eagles as it's picked from him with Corey Pritchard going in for the layup. And he's hammered by number 32, Mike Mulvey, as he was trying to go for another easy layup as the Maroons continue that pressure defense out at the top of the key as they're not letting Newton really work into their offense at all.
Yeah, I think if we were going to look like you see them do on the national games, if you were going to write what the keys to the games were, I think the guard play would have a lot to do with it. And so far our guards have handled their guards, and it makes it awful tough on your big guys or anybody else if you can't get into your offense.
Right. Corey missed his first one, literally, everything, and he missed the second one. As Michael again brings the ball up, tries to work it down low, into Mast. Back over to Michael for 3. Not there. Parker battling for the rebound as Weber comes up with it. Out to Mulvey, who shoots and doesn't score, and then it's Parker and Josh Jones fighting for it, and the Maroons get it on the alternate possession and jump ball. Okay, gotcha. I'm not used to working with this mic. I'm used to working with a headset. Parker makes a move. Still got the ball. It's going to be a foul in there on number 30, Jonathan Mast. If you're thinking of a new sun deck, a rec room, or some new carpets, stop in and see one of our loan officers today. We're an equal housing lender. First Robinson Savings and Loan, a Federal Association, member FDIC. We've stood the test of time since 1883. Matt Horse back into, Nick Horse back into the game for the Eagles. No, that's Tom Addis, excuse me. Is that Dunlap? For
Cody Dunlap made it. I think if the one thing that you can always look at a Jeff Barker coach team is when there's a dead ball out of bounds or when there's a special play at the end of the quarter or the end of the half, we've always got to play and we'll always get a good shot, and that's just what happened there on that.
And that's been consistent all the way through with Jeff, and especially this year. It seems like every time we've got the ball out underneath, we've got to score. As Josh Jones breaks away from Matt Parker, who tried to get the steal, and he puts in two. As Parker comes right back for an easy one, but didn't quite put it in, gets his own rebound, scores two. As the Maroons are up 12-4 here with 3:22 left to go in the first quarter. Addis trips a little bit there and walks.
Yeah, once again, that's triggered by our guard defensive play, and they're doing a great job of putting pressure on Newton's guards. And, you know, if Newton can't start handling the ball a little bit better, they're going to have some problems all evening.
Aaron Schrei in for the Maroons. This will be the first game that we've broadcast that Aaron's played.
And he did a fine job in the holiday tournament coming in, especially for no more than he'd played. I thought he looked like he was in pretty good condition.
Little scramble there as the ball got away from Ryan Bryant. The Maroons again lose it on the possession with 3:08 left to go as Newton's going to throw it in.
Yeah, Ryan lost the ball there, but he did a great job of hustling to get back to tie that ball
Sure
up.
did. Nick Horse back in. He throws it down low to Ryan Michael, who went in for the layup and was fouled. Catch you, that's on.
That was on Aaron Schrei. You're not going to take the ball in the middle and get a freebie, I guarantee you.
He was kind of hammered. The next time you need exhaust work done, see Gary at M&M Exhaust in Robinson. M&M Exhaust also does oil changes, brakes, air conditioning, and shocks. That's M&M Exhaust at 303 West Main in Robinson at 546-5593. That's 546-5593. As Ryan Michael puts them both in, making it 12-6. As Newton comes up with a little bit of pressure here out front. Cody going for three, not there. Schrei with the tip back into Newton as Mass comes up with it. Nick Horse bringing the ball down for the Maroons over on the wing. Mass for a shot for three. As Newton's back in the ball game at 12-9. A quick pass to Ryan Bryant. Going to be a foul on Nick Horse. Ball was foul was on the floor, so the Maroons will throw it in under their end of the basket with 2:32 left to go. Into Cody. Back around to Ryan Bryant. Got it blocked. Good block in there by Josh Jones as Dries doesn't get the roll off the rim as Newton comes out. Horse down quickly to Jones. As he's fouled, I believe, by Parker. We'll wait and see. Yep, it was on Matt. They're going to call a two-shot foul. As Josh Jones will go to line as the Maroons are, as Newton kind of crawls back into this one after the Maroons came out so hot there in the first 2 or 3 minutes with a lot of defensive steals and turnovers by Newton, and now they're back in it as Mike Mulvey comes into the game for Zach Weber.
The Maroons just kind of got beat down the floor that time. We had a pretty good shot at the other end, and nobody got back, and they got the ball down the court on us pretty quick. Got us in a mismatch at this end.
Jones' first one's good. Good luck, Maroons, from the Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong. They are pleased to help bring you tonight's broadcast. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. 12-10 with 2:14 here to go as Jones lines up for that second one. A little bit short as Parker there for the rebound. Out quickly to Bryant, who brings it up. And throws the ball away. Well, steal by Mass, who comes the other way and scores. As of now, it's all tied up 12 all. As Cody's out on top to Pritchard. Corey guarded there by number 24, Ryan Michael. Into the corner to Cody. Looks for the three. Back out front to Ryan Bryant. Makes a move. He's going to be fouled. Number 44, Josh Jones. Not sure about that one.
He called it on Nick Horst.
Oh, he did? Okay.
That's what I was watching. He kept pointing over there like it was somebody else. That's the second foul on Nick Horst, and it gives them a team total of 4. So we're working closer to that 1-and-1.
Maroons make some wholesale changes there as Dunlap is out and Parker comes out with 1:38 left here as Ryan Bryant goes to the line for 2. First one good. This portion of the broadcast was brought to you in part by Leaf Incorporated in the Robinson plant where they manufacture Heath, Milk Duds, Sicklets, and Whopper candies. That's Leaf Incorporated in Robinson. Ryan Bryant drills another one as the Maroons go back up on top 14-12. As Joe Sornberger into the lineup along with Brian Kane at the guard positions as the Maroons kind of switch to a zone here from the man-to-man. Down under to Mask for a shot and scores. Mask got in the middle and shot a little jumper and got the 2. Brian Kane out on top. To Sornberger. To Schrei. To Pritchard. Back across to Joe for the shot. There's 2. Joe was just inside that three-point line, but he drilled it.
Had to take a second look to see where they were at and what they were going to call.
Addis on top for the Eagles. Over to Michael. Michael working against Kane. Back to the corner for Mulvey. To Addis. I don't know how he got it off, but he did for 2.
Went in the land of the Giants and still got it done, didn't he?
16 all with 33 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. As Parker, Bryant, and Cody Dunlap get ready to come back in, and the Maroons are content to just hold it, and so are the Eagles are going to let them do it. And we're down to about 15 seconds. Down low to Schrei, to Hardiman, who drives. Oh, couldn't get the roll off the rim. As Newton comes out with 5 seconds left to go. Mask to Michael, not there. And at the end of the first quarter, it's all tied up 16 all between the Eagles and the Maroons. Win or lose, you've got a great reason to go to Hardee's. When the competition's over and the name of the game is beating a big appetite, Hardee's has the best lineup around with mouth-watering sandwiches like chicken filet, roast beef, fisherman's filet, and Hardee's famous Big Deluxe. At Hardee's in Robinson. Clark and Jan Pulliam and the staff at Pulliam Funeral Homes wish the Maroons the very best in their 1994-95 basketball season. Good luck, Maroons, from the Pulliam Funeral Home. A little bit of scoring there in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's typical basketball game, a game of streaks. We had a really good streak to start off the game and got up to a pretty good lead. I think it was 12-2. And then they came back and tied at 16 all at the quarter. So.
Again, on both sides are playing pretty good defense. Newton came out a little bit flat, and they've really picked up their intensity, as we went through the quarter.
Didn't get the ball inside and play half-court game much, but that was pretty well dictated on our defense, was disrupting their offense, and we were getting the ball and having a lot of fast breaks. So.
Okay, Bryant across court to Hardiman. Nice short jumper, good.
Well, Bruce is definitely a good jump shooter. He practices enough, too. He lives behind me, and I hear that ball dribbling all the time.
He lives down the street from me. We both hear it. Michael down low to Weber. Puts it up, not there. Parker with the rebound. As he comes out, and Newton steals it. Jones for 2. Or that was Mulvey, excuse me.
Still 18 all with 7:20 here to go in the first half. Deep to Hardiman. Kind of went down low, and then the ball kind of rolled off of Newton, I believe.
He did a great job of catching that ball. That was a high pass underneath there, and he went up and got it.
High lob into Parker. He's going to be fouled as he tried to go back up. I believe the foul is going to be on number 30. Nope. 34.
24, I believe.
24.
Ryan Michael.
Ryan Michael.
It's his first and the team's 5th. Parker will be at the line shooting 2.
One of the most convenient services we offer at the First Robinson Savings and Loan is our drive-up window. The next time you're in a hurry, use the drive-up. First Robinson Savings and Loan FA, member FDIC. We've stood the test of time since 1883. As Parker puts them both in, we seesaw back and forth. Brian Kane out front. Nice block in there. As Parker tries to throw along when it got tipped, but Brian picked it back up. Brian on the wing. Over to Hardiman. Squares up and fires a jumper for 2.
Nice looking shot. Pretty hard to contend with Matt on the post and Bruce popping out like that.
Gotcha. Maroons switch back to man-to-man defense as Jonathan Bass tried to drive the lane, and Ryan Bryant was sitting there, and he took the charge. Corey Pritchard getting ready to come back in here for the Maroons along with Josh Jones.
The foul was on Mast, and that's his 2nd. We're up to 6 fouls, so the Maroons should be in the bonus on the next foul.
A little bit of press here, man-to-man. I think now they drop back into a zone, kind of a 2-3 zone. Over to Hardiman again, underneath to Parker, who puts it up, bounces, not. Ball was everywhere. Maroons couldn't quite come up with it as Mulvey brings it down. It's going to be a foul on the Maroons. Matt was battling in there for that rebound a couple, 3 times. He just couldn't get it to drop and battled all the way out to the top of the key, and then Mulvey picked it up and brought it down.
I think he finally got a handle on it. About that time, Cody showed up and was going to get it, and they both hit it at the same time. So he battled for it and thought he was going to come up with it.
Jones on an inside move. On the out-of-bounds play is Cody. Cody couldn't quite stop him, and he puts in 2, and that Newton back into behind the Maroons by 2, 22-20. Ryan Bryant on the wing. Over to Hardiman, to Parker. 3 people on Parker, who makes the move and puts it in. Matt hadn't been able to get that close-in shot to go. That time he just switched it through as the Maroons are on top by 4 with 5:39 to go here in the first half. Weber for a short jumper missing. Rebound by Parker. Out to Hardiman, who threw up his hand, caught it. I don't know how, but
getting a little out of control here for a second.
Underneath the Dunlap, who can't put it in. Good defense by Jones. As Corey tried to throw a little sweet pass to Dunlap and couldn't quite get it to him, and it rolled out for a turnover by the Maroons. As like you said, it's just a little on the sloppy side.
Just a little up and down the floor, and now they'll settle into a pattern here.
The restaurant at the American Legion in Robinson is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for dinner, and Sundays for lunch. That's the American Legion, EM Coulter Post 69 in Robinson. Nice block there by Corey Pritchard, who goes for the layup and 2. Nick Horst tried to split the middle, and Corey just got a hand on it, knocked it off for Hardiman, and he made a nice pass down to Pritchard. Horst over to Mulvey, down to Jones. Blocked by the Maroons. Horst again out to Michael. There's Mulvey on that 3-pointer as Parker picks it out of the corner. As Parker couldn't get out of the corner, and he called a timeout with 4:30 left to go here in the first half. The Maroons on top, 26-20. The Robinson IGA Food Center is proud to have a J.C. Penney's catalog center located inside the Robinson store. The Robinson IGA also has video rentals available. The first rental is only $249, and the first run title rent, and let's start again, Ron. And with each first run title rented, you get an older movie for free. That's at the Robinson IGA Food Center in Robinson. Robinson's only store that is open 24 hours a day. Don't read the writing, just read the...
Don't forget that Rural King Supply is your winter weather headquarters for Carhartt insulated workwear plus service and lacrosse insulated boots. That's all Rural King Supply on Route 33 east of Robinson.
Seems like both teams are a little bit out of control here in the last couple of minutes, and Matt got caught in the corner. I'm not sure that wasn't a good timeout.
Well, that was a good timeout. He got cornered in there, and he couldn't get any pressure. Newton was doing a good job of denying the pass from him, so you know, after so long, he just took the timeout to get us out and get us under control. You know, I think the defensive pressure on our end in particular, but on both ends, has caused both teams to kind of be in a little disarray because we're not having a chance to get into a half-court game at all.
Newton's basically picking up at the half-court line.
Newton went into a half-court trap there for a little bit. They backed off now.
Cody for two. No, not there. He stepped inside that three-point arc and just couldn't put it in. As Horst brings up the ball for Newton. Over to Michael. Back out to Matt, or that was Mulvey.
Mulvey. Bryant on the rebound.
30 and 32 with their first name starting with the M messes me up. Hardiman underneath, around the backside, couldn't get it. Parker with the rebound. Fall away, two. The Maroons open up an 8-point lead with 3:40 here to go in the first half.
And you just keep playing a good, solid defense, and that thing will take care of itself, just like that.
Parker took it all the way for two. As Doug Mimoser calls a timeout for Newton as the Maroons, here with 3:24 left to go, has opened up a 10-point lead.
The next time you need exhaust work done, see Gary at M&M Exhaust in Robinson. M&M Exhaust also does oil changes, brakes, air conditioning, and shocks. That's M&M Exhaust at 303 West Main in Robinson at 546-5593. That's 546-5593.
During football season, can we just have you come over and read spots?
Yeah. I think there's people sometimes that think I ought to be reading spots. Or seeing spots or something.
I want to remind everybody watching tonight's game that after this one's over, stay tuned on cable channel 12 for the Shrine game, which is Palestine versus Hudsonville. And that's where Kincaid and Shaw are doing that Crawford County rivalry tonight that was delayed a few days because of the snow.
Yeah, this could set a good tone for the rest of the game here to see what the Maroons can do in the last 3 minutes of the half. They can extend this lead and go in at half.
Nice rebound by Parker, who throws a nice pass to Bryant for an easy two. As the Maroons are really getting out there on the wings, they're just letting the big guys take care of everything underneath, and the Pritchard and Bryant are really breaking out quick. Mass trying to do a drive, and Cody really putting some pressure on him. Ryan Michael driving the middle, down to Weber. Can't get there as Parker rebounds it. Again, out quickly to Dunlap. Couldn't quite get it as he did the right thing.
Yeah, he got up in the air and got himself caught, and then he, at the last minute, tried to dish it inside. And by that time, everybody was turned around to rebound.
Just shot it at the feet. Again, Cody on D there as the Maroons are shutting down that. Again, real quick out to Ryan Bryan, who drives for two. Not there. As the foul's going to come up on Ryan Michael, who's back there on D for Newton, as the Maroons still are beating Newton up and down the floor. But what's really the key there is they're getting the rebounds.
Right, we're not giving them too many second shots, and we're releasing at least one guard every time. It looks like whoever's the furthest out is releasing right away on the break, and our guys are doing a great job of looking down the floor and getting it to them.
Aaron Schrei in now for the Maroons as Matt Parker sits down with 2:14 left to go, and it's the Maroons on top by 12 and now 13. This free throw is brought to you in part by Loyal Order Moose, number 1369 in Robinson, who is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast and supports the youth of Crawford County. It's a Loyal Order Moose, number 1369 in Robinson. Ryan goes to the line for the second one. Bounces around and puts it in.
That one was taking its time, wasn't it? Ryan's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Let's see if we can't get him back there a bunch.
As Ryan comes out, it's Jeremiah Whiff, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeremiah Whiff checks in.
Pritchard on D against. As Mulvey drives again to the middle, and Newton still can't buy a basket as Dunlap's going to be whistled for a foul as he tried to get the ball away from, I thought that was Weber, but I don't believe it is.
Yeah, that was
Andy Dow is who's in there now.
That was a, I think that was a foul that Jeff Barker didn't really mind too much because it was aggressive going to the board to get the rebound.
Mulvey out front as he looks for that three. Weber tries to drive, goes in on the drive. Aaron hammers in, doesn't let him get the two.
So as we said earlier, you're not going to get a free shot in the middle on Aaron Schrei. It's just guaranteed.
Yeah. I won't say anything about them Schrei's. Biased, I won't say anything.
Well, it's a smart move. He's not doing it to be nasty or anything,
No.
but you're just not going to get a layup. You're going to have to earn it.
That's good basketball is what that is. Don't give him an easy shot. As Weber goes to the line for two, he's going to be short on that first one.
It's already paid for itself right there.
As Parker comes back in for Hardiman. Clark and Jan Pulliam, the staff at Pulliam Funeral Homes, wish the Maroons the very best in the 1994-95 basketball season. Good luck, Maroons, from Pulliam Funeral Homes. Again, he's short as Jeremiah Whiff comes up with the rebound. Down quickly to Pritchard, all the way across to Joe Sornberger, who makes the move back out to Pritchard. Down low, Parker, nice pass to Schrei. Off the glass for two. Nice touch pass by Matt Parker.
Just great ball movement there, and you really like to see that because they're really playing team ball and everybody's looking for the open man.
1:18 left to go as the Maroons are on top by 16, 36 to 20. Again, playing great man-to-man defense. They're all over the place. As soon as I say that, Zach Weber gets loose underneath for two.
I haven't kept track, but that's about their first 2 points in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Remember, it was 16 all at
half.
The quarter.
Yeah, quarter, I mean.
Maroons working it real slow with Whiff on top to Sornberger. They're doing a little bit of weave here, trying to kill off some time. About 40 seconds left. Jeremiah down low to Parker. Parker trying to put it back up, and they're going to call him for a walk. Weber and Dow collapsed on Matt Parker, and he just couldn't go anywhere and ended up walking with the ball as Newton comes back here with 35 seconds left. Addis out front against Pritchard. Tries to drive in there. Weber for two. As Newton comes back and cuts that down to that lead down to a 12-point lead with 14 seconds left. Pritchard taking his time to Schrei. From Whiff to Sornberger with 5 seconds. Back to Whiff to Parker. Down on the baseline. Yeah. Say he stepped on the
They called a blocking foul before the shot. .54. That foul would be on Weber. That's just his first.
As the Maroons will go to Parker will go to the line for the Maroons with the bonus. In the bonus situation with 1 second left to go here in the first half. First one there. 37-24 Maroons as they've had a big quarter here this second quarter at Newton. The second one by Parker's good. As Weber throws it in for a long pass by Mulvey for a shot off the back of the backboard. As we go to halftime here, it's 38 for the Maroons, 24 for the Newton Eagles. The Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong is proud to be in Crawford County and pleased to help bring you this telecast. Enjoy the great hours and full-service banking at the Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Good luck to the Robinson Maroon basketball team from the Kemper CPA Group. It's tax filing season again, and the Kemper CPA Group believes that in these times of complicated tax regulations, sound financial planning is the answer. Your Kemper CPA Group financial planning experts will assist and prepare your tax returns and financial reports in a professional, timely manner. Put Kemper CPA Group on your team. Let's take a real quick break, and then we'll come back with an interview with Troy Hickey and the stats on the first half. Okay, we're back here at halftime with the principal of Newton High School, Troy Hickey, who's threatened to disown me as a friend if I didn't interview him. So, as we're watching, Troy, just wanted to bring you up. I mean, it's a kind of a friendly rivalry. You used to work at Robinson. You know, what's going on at Newton High School, and from there.
Well, I'd first like to say this is a good rivalry between both schools, and it's nice within our own conference to have a situation like this between two schools, and I think it goes for both football, basketball, track, and all our sports over here. Our coaching staffs get along real well, and I know the ADs do a good job together too, and even in the community there's a lot of support for both schools when they play each other.
Agree with you there. That's what I was going to mention also. It's just that, you know, it kind of goes along with where, you know, Newton comes over to Robinson to use the track facilities on certain track meets, and it just kind of expands from there, and that all goes back to the ADs, the principals, and the superintendents.
And the parents and the kids too.
Sure. Well, what's going on at Newton High School, not only in sports, but, you know, you've been over here, this is your second year.
Mm-hmm. Well, probably the major change we've had this year is we had a complete overhaul of our 2 computer labs, and that's really been a nice addition. We were able to move one of the labs up to our library, so presently we have 3 labs in the school. Along with other grants that we've received, we've also been able to place some in some of the classrooms, and we're really focusing on the vocational areas this spring and next fall.
I know that's what the people at the high school and the foundation at Robinson, that's one of their goals here in the upcoming 95 year, as they tend to go towards some fundraising to do some of those things, as all the schools in the area are trying to catch up with the real world when it comes to computers, and that's what it is. It's just that, you know, sometimes the money's not there, and you just sometimes you have to find alternative sources.
That's true.
Well, what's your impression of the first half? You're a basketball referee and fan.
Well, we got off to a really good start this year. I think we even surprised ourselves a little bit on how well we played early on. We were kind of disappointed at the Dietrich tournament. We finished 4th. We were seeded 1st. And we're in a little slump right now. And, you know, we've got a bunch of young players, and we've got to get that intensity level back that we played with against some good teams early on, where we beat them where we weren't expected to win.
You've noticed that, especially the Maroons. I was a little bit surprised as the Maroons, how intense the Maroons came out and really dominated the, you know, the front court and at the top of the key, and just wouldn't let Newton early come out in any type of offense or any type of scheme.
That's right.
Well, Troy, you got to say something else. I mean, gee.
No, I think
We're
something
talking
else.
about Mariah? You want to talk about your wife?
No, I think something else we're looking forward to is we were chosen this year to host a sectional basketball tournament, and we're very excited about that. We think we have a nice facility for the sectional, and we look forward to having 4 good basketball teams in here come February 28th, March 1st, in the championship game that Friday night. And we've already made some plans to get ready for that, and we're really looking forward to that.
That's neat with one of the larger capacity gyms around. I know those sectionals, regionals are nice because it just helps the school out and puts a lot of people to work, and booster clubs to raising money and everything else, and just, makes a good atmosphere.
And we always look forward to having people come and see our facilities.
Okay. Well, Troy, I want to thank you for stopping in.
Well,
You've been bugging me since football season last year and this and that.
You always tell me you'll get me on, and then you forget about me. But I would like to say hi to everybody in Robinson, and it's a nice town and a lot of good people over there. And it's nice to see a lot of them here tonight.
Okay, well, thanks, Troy. Appreciate it very much. We'll hand the headsets over to Coach Roach, who will go through a little bit on the scoring here with about 3 minutes left to go here at halftime with the Maroons on top 38-24. Go ahead.
Well, I'll give you what stats I have here. We're not real complete in terms of rebounds and all those things, but I can run down the scoring and a few things. First of all, for Newton, it had 24 points in the half. Addis had 2. Mast had 7 points. Mulvey had 2. Josh Jones had 7 points. Zach Weber had 4. And Ryan Michael off the bench had 2. The Newton Eagles were 3 out of 6 from the free throw line for 50% in the first half. The Robinson Maroons, on the other hand, had 7 players in the scoring columns. Corey Pritchard had 4 points in the first half. 2 field goals from the field. Cody Dunlap only had 2, so you can probably imagine Cody's going to get hot this second half and turn something up here a little bit. Bruce Hardiman had 6. Ryan Bryant had 10 points in the first half. Matt Parker had 12 points in the first half. Joe Sornberger had 2, and Aaron Schrei had 2, for a total of 38 points. The teams were tied at 16-16 at the end of the first quarter, and the Maroons made a good run at them in the second quarter, outscoring them 22-8. I think one stat that I do have that's noteworthy is the Maroons were 8 out of 10 from the free throw line, which is very good free throw shooting. We had Matt Parker was 4 for 4, and Ryan Bryant was 4 for 4 for our 8 makes. Corey Pritchard had 2 opportunities and missed them, but if we can shoot 80% from the foul line every game, I think Jeff Parker will be very pleased. And I know that's one category that I hope he carries over. And we were into the 1-and-1 real early in that half. I think he probably wished we could have got ourselves to the line a little bit more often, especially the way we were shooting there.
They got so many easy buckets all through that second quarter that they never really had to pound it down below too much. And I think that's why they didn't go to the line that much. They weren't in the position. But the other thing was just the intensity out front from especially the guards. Corey Pritchard and Ryan Bryant just seemed to be always knocking the ball away.
Right, and it's like I mentioned during the first half. I think that the pressure from our guards and the pressure from our entire defense disrupted their offensive scheme, and that put us into a lot of fast break opportunities, and we weren't in a half-court game. So, Matt only had 2 points in the first quarter and came back with 10 in the second quarter. So we settled down and got him the ball a little bit more off the break, and also from the free throw line he got the ball inside. So, I look for Cody to come out and get his opportunities the second half. I'm sure we've looked at what they did to us the first half, and Coach Parker's made some good adjustments, and our kids will come out and ready to go.
Newton's going to inbound the ball here as they take the possession arrow to start the second half as we wait for everybody to get set. As Horst brings up the ball over on the wing, down under to Mast. Out to Horst, who drives for a shot. A little short. Parker with the rebound. Parker tries to force it a little bit deep as Cody broke open and couldn't get it to him, and then Cody comes back with the steal as Hardiman picks up the ball and as Pritchard brings it on down.
I think after that exchange, Coach Barker wanted us to just slow it down and get ourselves set up. It was starting to get a little harem-scarum again there.
Hardman underneath, couldn't get there. As Corey found him loose underneath, but Bruce just couldn't quite get it to fall. As Horst again on top with Pritchard on him. Cody Dunlap on a nice steal as he drives for the hoop. Takes it all the way in. Not going to go, but it's going to be a foul on Horst. As Cody continues that great defensive play that he's shown all year long.
And that's the thing I think you'll see from our team this year is that, the kids are playing a lot more aggressive on the defensive end, and that's causing a lot of things, and they're really playing as a team. I don't think the kids are worrying about who scores the points and those kind of things. They're just, everybody's playing hard to get the job done.
Don't forget that Rural King Supply is your winter weather headquarters for Carhartt insulated workwear plus service and lacrosse insulated boots at Rural King Supply on Route 33 east of Robinson. Free throw comes off as the Maroons pick it back up. Ryan Bryant drives the middle, can't go. As Jones comes up with the rebound. Mulvey bringing up on the wing as he drives down and takes a shot. Not there. But they're going to whistle that foul on Josh Jones, who pushed off against Matt Parker. As we're starting out a little bit sloppy and a little bit slow here on both sides, with Maroons still on top by 15 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Bryant over to Dunlap. To Pritchard, down low to Hardiman for two.
They're going to give Bruce that shot all night. They're going to have a problem.
No kidding. And he's hit it most of the night tonight. Michael on top against Pritchard. Tries to knock it away. Come up short there by Cody. Weber to Mulvey. Going to whistle a foul, I believe, on Bruce Hardiman. The next time you need exhaust work done, see Gary at M&M Exhaust in Robinson. M&M Exhaust also does oil changes, brakes, air conditioning, and shocks. That's M&M Exhaust at 303 West Main in Robinson. Nice job there by Ryan Bryant, who got the pick but couldn't quite get it back into one of his teammates. As Michael goes down deep to Jones, who throws for a layup and misses it. Nice pass out there by Hardiman as Bryant drives the lane, comes up short. Michael out front trying to throw a pass to Mulvey, and Bryant's going to be whistled for a foul.
Yeah, it was good hustle again on Ryan's part. He just about had to pick, but got in there just a hair late and caught part of his arm. Great hustle, though.
Brian Kane coming in for Ryan with 5:53 left to go as are in the third quarter, with the Maroons on top 41-24. Oh, nice steal by Cody Dunlap, who goes all the way. That's going to be an intentional foul on Ryan Michael, as he just did too much to Cody to deny him, and the referee didn't hesitate to call it. Win or lose, you've got a great reason to go to Hardee's when the competition's over and the name of the game is beating a big appetite. Hardee's has the best lineup around with mouth-watering sandwiches like mushroom and Swiss, bacon cheeseburger, and fried chicken at Hardee's in Robinson. Cody to go to the line for two, and the Maroons will get the ball out. First one rims out. Cody wasn't too happy with himself there.
Cody's not having one of his better nights, and he knows it. He's probably a little frustrated. It's not like him to miss free throws like that.
Maroons. Kane. To Pritchard, to Parker. Parker thought about three, and they're going to call him for steps. Now is a great time to buy a new home or refinance your old home with a real estate loan from the First Robinson Savings Loan. Hang on. We had not let, because I was reading the commercial and not watching the floor. What happened there?
I just don't think we had the substitution right. Okay. I think he stopped it to get it squared away.
With 5:35 left to go here, the Maroons still on top 41-24. As Horst over to Mass for two.
So first bucket of the second half.
Nice
Good ball
pass
movement.
by Hardiman. Down across the baseline to Cody, and he was hammered by 44, Josh Jones.
It's Josh's second foul. Third team for Newton for the half. Cody will be shooting 2 this time.
The Loyal Order Moose, number 1369 in Robinson, is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast and supports the youth of Crawford County. That's the Loyal Order Moose, number 1369 in Robinson. Okay. As Cody puts that one in, breaks that 3-miss streak.
Don't think I jinxed them talking about their free throw shooting at the start of the half, do you?
Horst drives down on the wing. He's having a tough time against Pritchard. Throws the ball away to Cody as he drives down the middle. Nice pass to Ryan, just couldn't find the handle. Maroons still keeping up that, running game tonight. They've just been running up and down the floor.
Well, we haven't converted a lot of times tonight, but I know Coach Barker's trying to get them up and down the floor. We're trying to play more of an up-tempo game this year.
And they're going to have to do that from time to time. They can't. That inside game, as good as it is, sometimes somebody's going to take that away. Who was the foul on, Terry? Was it on Parker?
I think it was on Cody. I'm not positive. It's at the angle we're standing here. You can't tell what their numbers are they're putting up, but I thought he said 2-4.
Josh Jones goes to the line for 2. So we'll connect on that first one. 42-27. Maroons over the Eagles with 4:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Good on the second one. As the Eagles come out in a full court press here, man to man. The Maroons quickly down to Dunlap on the wing, to Bryan out top. Bryan drives, back out to Corey. Down low to Parker, makes a nice move. Little short, Dunlap with the rebound. Puts it back up and scores. Nice job by Cody as he sliced in there from the wing, picked the ball off, shot one, missed it, and then he got his own rebound and put it back in. Jones down low as Cody again picks the ball up. I'd like to know how many steals Cody's had tonight.
No, we're not keeping that, and that's it. Cody's not having one of his best offensive nights. He's missed some free throws, but boy, his intensity on the defensive end, he's just had a ton of steals this evening.
Horst tried to drive there as Pritchard gave a little ground and then reached across and fouled him as Corey's going to be whistled for 1. Maroons still on top by 16 with 4:03 left to go, 44-28. Mulvey will throw it in. Out to Weber, who makes a move, blocked. Jones gets a rebound, gets it back. They're going to call it on Parker. Now is a great time to buy a new home or refinance your old home with a real estate loan from the First Robinson Savings and Loan. We're an equal housing lender. Since 1883, we've stood the test of time. At the First Robinson Savings and Loan FA. Aaron Try in for Matt Parker. How many is that on Matt?
I have him for 2, unless I missed it, not last one. If it was on Parker, the last one, like you said, that would be 3, but I have him for 2.
Well, we can't see the foul scoreboard, if you want to call it. That was Jonathan Mast from the wing for 3. As the Eagles cut it down to 13. Ryan Bryan on a drive. Comes up a little long as the Eagles come flying out of there. Again down to Mast, who makes a move down the middle. Rolls it off. Jones. And he puts it in for 2, and he's fouled by Aaron Try. As the Eagles are on a streak here. As Josh Jones is really battling to get those rebounds, and he's come up with 3 or 4 here in the last couple of minutes, and he put that one back in as the Eagles have cut it now back down to 11 with 3:24 left to go. Leap Incorporated is proud to be part of Crawford County and are pleased to support the students in the community and their youth activities. That's Leap Incorporated in Robinson. Jones for the finish off the three-pointer. That's 2 in a row as the Eagles are back to a 10-point lead. A little scramble there as Pritchard comes up with the ball. Newton's intensity's picked up a little bit here on the defensive side as the Maroons are having a little bit trouble as Coach Barker signals for a timeout, and I think it's a good timeout because the Maroons seem to be a little bit out of sync here in the third quarter.
Crawford County State Bank is ready to handle all your banking needs. If you need some financial advice regarding loans or trust accounts, they're there to help. The Crawford County State Bank is an equal housing lender and member of FDIC.
Clark and Jan Pulliam and the staff at Pulliam Funeral Homes wish the Maroons the very best in their 1994-95 basketball season. Good luck, Maroons, from Pulliam Funeral Homes. Well, Coach Roach.
Well, the Maroons hit a little dry spell so far. We've scored six points. We've had a little tough time from the line so far. We're only 2 out of 6 from the line. Had some opportunities early. And Newton's made a 3 and have converted on some free throws off some offensive rebounds, which we weren't giving them in the first half. So I think it was a good time out there to get us back in sync, get things calmed down a little bit, and get us back doing the things that got us up to the lead that we had.
Try will inbound it as it comes into Hardiman, who makes a nice move for the hoop. Good job. The first out-of-bounds play wasn't there to Cody, and Aaron fired it to Bruce, who took the ball in for an easy 2. Mulvey, nice drive, comes up a little bit short as Brian Kane brings the ball out top to Pritchard on the wing. Clear out to Cody on top. Maroons trying to weave it around a little bit and get something going so it'll open up underneath. Again, Newton coming out with some good defense here as they're playing them real tight. Over to Schrei. Tried to fire it down low to Hardiman, and Jones stepped in front of it, knocked it out of bounds. As the Maroons will inbound under their own end, Schrei will do that. Aaron, high pass into Hardiman. Tried to do a backdoor pass to Schrei, and he just couldn't quite get his hand on it. Aaron couldn't.
Pass was a little hot and it was a little low, and I think it also caught Aaron by surprise, but it was a really good idea.
Mast on a drive. Back out to Weber. To Horst. To Weber. Horst gets the ball taken away. Weber picks it up, fires it off the board. Again, Jones there for the rebound. They're going to get Aaron Schrei again for a foul as Jones is kind of dominating on the offensive end at rebounding position.
That's 4 on Aaron, too. So, amount of playing time he's had, he's picked up 4 quick ones. Jones has just been kind of like a sleeper sitting on the weak side of the offense, picking up some weak boards there.
Some of that's been he's getting some good bounces too. The other thing he's doing, he's going to the line and he's hitting those free throws when he's had the chance. As he puts that one in, bringing Newton back to within 11, 46-35 with 1:47 left to go here in the third quarter. As Aaron sits down, Joe Sornberger back in. Brian Kane sits down, Ryan Bryant back into the ball game. So it's Dunlap, Hardiman, Bryant, Pritchard, and Sornberger. And as quickly the Maroons come up, Bryant in the corner to Dunlap. He's guarded by Weber, makes a nice move. Tries to throw it underneath and throws it away as Mulvey picks it off. He'll bring the ball up as Dunlap comes back.
Well, he just came out of nowhere again, didn't he? I thought he was on the other side of the court, and the next thing I see him flying in front of the ball over there.
Cody has been all over the place on defense tonight. He struggled a little bit, struggled at offense, but he's really had a good game on defense. As again, Jones gets loose underneath, and Joe Sornberger is going to be whistled for the foul. And Jones is going to go to the line again. How many times has he been at the line tonight? Especially here in the third quarter. His free throws is what's kind of brought Newton back into it.
Did you see who they called that foul on?
I think they called it on Joe, didn't they?
I don't think so. I think he might have called it on Hardiman. Because he didn't have 4 fingers up on the first one.
Maybe you're going to have to go at the quarter and run around and look at the scoreboard. Jones for that second one, as the Eagles have cut it back to 9 now. The Maroons just about 3 minutes ago had a 16-point lead, and now the Eagles are within 9 as Bryant on the wing drives for a shot, can't get it to go. And Jones is going to be whistled for the foul.
It's Jones's 3rd foul, unofficially.
That's for sure up here. There's nothing official, so Ryan goes to the line for 2. First one rolls off. Clark and Jan Pulliam and the staff at Pulliam Funeral Homes wish the Maroons the very best in their 1994-95 basketball season. Good luck, Maroons, from Pulliam Funeral Homes. Bryant puts that second one in as the Maroons are on top by 10 with 1:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Horst on a drive all the way, can't put it in. There's Jones again. Josh Jones has had a heck of a third quarter. I don't know how many offensive rebounds as Cody goes for 3. There it is.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Cody Dunlap puts one in for 3 as the Maroons are on top by 11. As the intensity picks up, Jones, it turns around, good. Dunlap bringing the ball up for the Maroons with 24 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Out to Pritchard. He's guarded there by Matt Nickhorst. I don't know why I keep saying Matt, because they sure don't look alike.
There's only about 100 pounds difference.
Ryan Bryant tried to pass inside to Hardiman and threw it away with 6 seconds left to go. The Eagles are going to inbound. And down only by 9, 50-41. Mulvey puts it in as the Eagles bring it back to within 7, 50-43 as we get ready to go to the fourth quarter. Good luck, Maroons, from the Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong. They are pleased to help bring you tonight's broadcast. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Are your kids getting a head start on heart disease? Crawford Memorial Hospital reminds you that kids who use their brains use their bodies. Smart kids know the ABCs of good health, good heart health. A, avoid smoking. B, be active. And C, choose healthful foods to eat. So use your head and take care of your heart. Get lots of exercise, eat right, and don't smoke. It's good for everybody. From Crawford Memorial Hospital, working towards a healthier tomorrow. Well, the Maroons have kind of let the Eagles crawl back into it, kind of led by Josh Jones there in that quarter.
Right, he had a good quarter. He 2, 4, 6 out of 7 from the foul line and 6 other points from the field. So he hurt us in that quarter, and I'm sure they're going to try to do a better job on him. Outscored us 19-12 in the third quarter, so we got 7 of them back on us.
Really the original starting 5 back in there for the Maroons here to start the fourth quarter, as the Eagles have gone to a real pressure style man-to-man defense. Mulvey over there on Pritchard. Horst on Bryant. Bryant trying to work it down low as the Maroons, as Cody comes out, makes a drive towards the baseline. Nice shot, rolls off. Maroons can't get the rebound as Michael fires it out to Mulvey, who's out on the right wing. Mulvey down low to Weber. Makes a move on Hardiman for 2. 50-45. Quickly, the Maroons up. Cody Dunlap looking for 3, just couldn't quite pull the trigger. Pritchard Off the glass, not there. As Dunlap's going to be whistled for the foul, as the Maroons just can't get the ball to fall right now. And the Eagles are crawling back into it with the Eagles going to the line. It's 50-45 Maroons as Aaron Schrei checks back in for Bruce Hardiman. The Robinson IGA Food Center is proud to have a J.C. Penney's catalog center located in their Robinson store. The Robinson IGA also has video rentals available. The first rental is only $2.49, and with each first-run title rented, you get an older movie rental for free. That's at the Robinson IGA Food Center in Robinson, Robinson's only store that is open 24 hours. Zach Weber to the line for a 1-and-1. Off. Again, Jones battles in there and tips it out for the Eagles to pick it up. His horse is there at the top of the tee. It couldn't have gotten any closer to the court line as Mulvey saved it. Horst over to Mulvey. Mulvey for three. Yep. And it's a 50-48 ball game as the Eagles are in her now. Pritchard on top to Parker. Parker takes a shot. Not there. Mulvey with the rebound. Mulvey down hard, takes a shot there. And we're all tied up at the 6:21 mark, 50-50.
It's a game of momentum, isn't it?
No kidding.
The restaurant at the American Legion in Robinson is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for dinner and Sundays for lunch. That's the American Legion, EM Coulter Post 69 in Robinson.
If your car didn't start this morning or if it left you stuck on the highway, we have the perfect mechanical solution. We make auto loans. Since 1883, we stood the test of time at the First Robinson Savings and Loan FA. It was 38-22 at half, wasn't it?
24, 38-24 at half.
The Maroons have scored 12 points here in the quarter plus.
Well, they came out in the first minute and 30 seconds of that quarter and outscored us 7-0 to get right back in it. You know, it's a game of momentum. They hit a three and come back with another one right away. And
it's like the Maroons had that big second quarter to open up. And now the Eagles are back in it and really got the momentum, as the Maroons just can't seem to get a shot to fall as they're going to go with a full court man-to-man pressure. Try to inbound it for the Maroons. To Bryant as he brings it up quickly for the Maroons. Off the glass, Parker with the rebound, still can't get it to fall. Foul's going to be on Ryan Michael. Don't forget that Rural King Supply is your winter weather headquarters for Carhartt insulated workwear plus service and lacrosse insulated boots. That's at Rural King Supply, Route 33 east of Robinson. Parker puts it in as the Maroons are back on top, 51-50. The second one's good. Mast to Mulvey, to Horst, back to Mast. Mast drives in for a short. He's going to score, and they're going to call a foul on Aaron Schrei, who tried to set for the charge. That's going to be Aaron's fifth, and they're going to count the bucket by Mast, making it 52-all with 5:59 left to go here in the game. Mast to step to the line to try to finish off the three-point play and give Newton, this will be the first lead of the night. And he didn't do it as Parker with the big rebound. Pritchard guarded by Horst. Out to Ryan Bryant. Bryant to Dunlap. Back to Pritchard. down low to Hardiman, and they're going to call a foul on number 30, Jonathan Mass, for a push, as the Maroons are going to get the ball out here under their basket. How many team fouls that on Newton?
I've got it down for the 3rd foul on Mass, and I have the 4th. And I was obviously wrong, because it looks like they're telling us it's 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
I've only missed 3 somewhere along the line.
So we take care of the unofficial stats. So as Bruce Hardiman's going to go to the line for a 1 and 1. The next time you need exhaust work done, see Gary at M&M Exhaust in Robinson. M&M Exhaust also does oil changes, brakes, air conditioning, and shocks. That's M&M Exhaust at 303 West Main in Robinson. Hardiman short, but Cody Dunlap with the rebound brings it back out. Down to Parker. Makes a nice move. And they're going to call Zach Weber for the foul.
Well, Matt's 6 for 6 from the line tonight, so let's see if we can't keep him going back there.
I wish you wouldn't have said that. So 7 for 7 as the Maroons are back on top by 1 with 5:33 left to go here in the ball game. Parker hits the second.
Matt's a really good foul shooter, which oftentimes is not the case for a big man.
Right. Weber down under for the shot. It's good. Newton, just about everything they're throwing up right now is rolling in. They're getting some good shots down under. They're really pounding down under and winning the battle underneath a little bit right now. Bryant on top.
I think
Parker, nice move. As Ryan handed it off to Matt, and he drove down for a little went off the glass.
we've got a little bit of a mismatch there too with Nick Horst guarding Ryan, and he's got quite a bit of size difference on him. I'd look to him to try to take him inside.
Again, Josh Jones, as Jonathan Mass drove the baseline, which opened it up for Jones as he came down the middle for 2. And it's all tied up, 56 all. Pritchard over to Bryant, to Pritchard, to Parker again. Nice little left-handed shot as the teams continue to trade baskets. Mulvey with the ball out front. They're going to call a foul on Ryan Bryant there, because he's just putting too much pressure on Mulvey.
That was a tough foul there, because basically Ryan had got himself back squared up, and then Mulvey lost his balance and almost fell into him.
Yeah, cut into him.
So that was a tough one. I don't know what more Ryan could have done at that point. So
he'll go to the line for the 1 and 1. First one's good. 58-57. As we seesaw back and forth here with 4:09 left to go, and it's 58 all. Pritchard on top for the Maroons. Barker sending in a play there. Dunlap to Parker. Gets away. It's going to be off Newton and out of bounds to the Maroons. All I can say is Josh Jones has had a heck of a game the second half.
I think he's going to call a foul on Matt there for pushing off on that lob.
Parker.
Unofficial stats have that at 3 fouls.
Mulvey's going to the line again to see if give Newton the lead for the first time. Clark and Jan Pulliam and the staff of Pulliam Funeral Homes wish the Maroons the very best in their 1994-95 basketball season. Good luck Maroons from Pulliam Funeral Home. As Mulvey puts the first one down with Newton on top now, 59-58. Bounces around, second one not there. Parker comes up with it. know who got whistled for at that time. I think Josh Jones. As this may get into a free throw shooting contest down the stretch here. I mean, is that on Jones?
If that's on Jones, that's his fourth. It's hard for me to see what the officials are signaling from the angle we're at here. It's either on Jones or Weber.
Parker to the line for a 1-and-1. First one's in there. Still perfect tonight from the line as he ties it back up with 3:53 left to go here.
I also think I saw the bench signal in that Matt did have 4 fouls. So.
Okay. Parker puts the second one down. 60-59 Maroons. As Mulvey brings it up. He's guarded by Ryan Bryant. Nice screen there by Weber. Mulvey for 2. He buried it. Nice screen there by Weber, and he buried it from the wing. Dunlap to Bryant. Dunlap for 3. It's going to be short. Mulvey with the rebound. Mulvey going to bring the ball up for the Eagles. He walked. We could see that one.
Yeah, he got an extra step there. He made up a lot of ground real quick on that reverse his dribble.
Maroons back on offense. To Bryant. Bryant back to Dunlap. Maroons are having a tough time getting it pounded inside. 2:50 and counting here. The Maroons down by 1. Corey to Matt into Hardiman, who rolls it over the rim. 62-61 Maroons. 2:40 and counting.
That's a great example where we were having trouble and Coach Barker sent in a specific play and they ran it to perfection and got the great shot.
That's right. See what the Eagles do now. Forrest out on top, trying to drive on Pritchard. Gets in on side on the baseline. Jones on the wing. Jones. Jones to Mask. Going to call a foul on Ryan Bryant in there, reaching in.
I think they called that on Hardiman.
They did. I'm sorry. On Bruce Hardiman. As Jonathan Mass goes to the line for a 1-and-1. With 2:13 left to go here. It's off. Hardiman with the big rebound. Out to Bryant. Maroons just need to take their time and get a good shot. Out to Dunlap. Newton's pulled their defense back. Now they're going to put it in. Dunlap down the middle. Back to Pritchard. To Dunlap. To Pritchard. To Bryant. Ryan having a hard time getting loose of it. To Cody. To Pritchard. 1:30 and counting. Pritchard, nice move. Corey Pritchard, not there. Bruce Hardiman, no. Bruce Hardiman got the rebound, and he was going to be fouled, I think, by Jones, wasn't it, Terry?
That should be his 5th also. That's his 5th.
The Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong is proud to be in Crawford County and pleased to help bring you this telecast. Enjoy the great hours and full-service banking at the Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Again, want to remind everyone that tonight after this game, stay tuned on Channel 12 for Palestine Hudsonville in the Shrine game. Ryan Michael back in for Josh Jones, who had a fabulous second half, and I think him alone was one of the big reasons that Newton crawled back into this one and are only down by 1 here with 1:23 left to go in the ball game, as Bruce Hardiman will go to the line for 2. and he falls out. Came up a little bit short there.
Jones had the third quarter that got it back in it, and then Mulvey took over in the fourth quarter.
Hardiman puts it in as the Maroons are on top by 2, 63-61. Almost threw it away there as Michael saves it. Michael bringing the ball down against Dunlap. Maroons got to play good pressure D here. Oh.
You're going to call that one on Ryan, I believe.
Looked like a good defensive play from here, but we were not close enough, so Ryan's going to be whistled for 1, as Mulvey's going to go to the line for 1-1 with 1:08 left to go here in the ball game. Mulvey misses it. Ryan Bryant on a good block out and a good rebound. Maroons got to still work that offense and work that perimeter and get it inside for the easy shot or for a foul shot. Ryan Bryant forces it up and puts it in. Ryan got around his man and took the baseline and scored as the Maroons open up by 4. Horst drives the lane. Not there. Parker with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Nick Horst. And the Maroons on top by 4 with 44 seconds left to go, and Parker going to the line for a 1-1.
I think that's one of those frustration fouls. Nick went in and took the shot and didn't make it, and then he was back up trying to take it away from Matt, and he was a little outsized in that matchup.
Again, Matt to the line for a 1-1. First one, good. He still had missed, has he?
He's still perfect from the line.
Maroons open
11 for 11 so far.
Maroons are going to back to a 5-point lead here. Now 6. 44 seconds left to go, and the Maroons on top 67-61. As they continue to apply that pressure, Michael Mulvey on top for 2. Yes. His foot was on the line. And Newton's going to take a timeout with 34 seconds left to go. It's 67-63. Good luck to the Robinson Maroon basketball team from Kemper CPA Group. It's tax filing season again, and the Kemper CPA Group believes that in these times of complicated tax regulations, sound financial planning is the answer. Your Kemper CPA Group financial planning experts will assist and prepare your tax returns and financial reports in a professional, timely manner. Put Kemper CPA Group on your team. I've been talking the whole time. You can talk all you want.
Well, I was just trying to figure out where I've messed this book up a little bit more than one place. I show them having 2 more points in the fourth quarter than they should have. I think it was right there with Matt.
How many points has Mulvey got here in the fourth quarter?
Mulvey has 14 in the fourth quarter so far.
Would he have 4 going into the fourth quarter, and
he had 2 points the first half, 2 in the third quarter, and he's got 14 in the fourth quarter. So I say Jones got him back in when they tied it, and Mulvey took over in the fourth quarter and has kept him in it. So.
Okay, Maroons trying to throw it in here to Parker. And that's exactly what the Maroons wanted to do, as Parker's going to go to the line again for a 1-1. Ryan Michael fouled him. Excuse me.
It's really heads-up play by Coach Barker. You know, he's probably aware that Matt hasn't missed a free throw tonight too, and bringing him down there to get the ball inbound on the press, knowing that they've got a foul.
Tom Addis coming back in here for the Eagles. Ryan Michael going out, as Parker goes to the line again for 2 with 32 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Parker puts it in again. Look over there at Coach Mimosa, and he just looks and shakes his head, and he says, well, nothing we can do if he keeps hitting them. You got a foul, but Matt keeps putting them in, and there he did it again. 69-63 Maroons as Addis brings the ball up quickly. We're under 30 seconds. Addis gets loose, tries to go underneath, and poked away by Parker. As Ryan Bryant gets the ball, and he's fouled by Tom Addis with 21 seconds to go. Quick hands in there by Matt as he batted the ball out, and Ryan picked it up as they tried to force it back inside and just couldn't get it done. As Ryan's going to go to the line for a 1-1.
Ryan's the other one that we like to have at the line in these situations. I think I think Coach tries to have Matt and Ryan be the two. Ryan's 5 for 6 so far tonight, so.
A little bit short as Horace picks up the rebound. Quickly down. Ooh. Mulvey trying to go for that three. Slid his foot, but he missed it. Parker picks up the rebound, and he's fouled again. Matt can put one of these twos down. I think Maroons are gonna walk away with the victory. Looked like it was gonna be easy early, but it sure has been a tough one since about 1 minute into the third quarter, as Newton really came out on fire, and the intensity level was just tremendous, and it stayed that way all through this half. Parker goes to the line for 1 and 1. First one, puts it in. 70-63 Maroons, as Maroons pull back everybody. All they need to do is play smart here in these last 10 seconds. Parker again, it's good. As Mulvey brings it down. Maroons over to Horst for three, not there. Weber, and he's got it. And with 1 second left to go, the Eagles call a timeout, 71-65.
Well, I watched that Texas football game where they came back and scored like 40 points in 2 minutes, but I don't see any way they can score 6 points in 1 second with that timeout. So
the best part of that was listening to the announcers of that.
Yeah.
I'm watching that. That was on ESPN2 the other night. Want to remind people again to stay tuned after this game for the Palestine-Hudsonville game, the Shrine Classic out there at LTC. Other thing I want to remind you, coming up later this week, the Maroons will take on the Effingham Flaming Hearts at Robinson High School on Friday night, to be broadcast on Saturday night. They also play in the Shelbyville Shootout against the 7th-ranked Shelbyville team, where Coach Barker went to high school.
you don't think there'll be any incentive there? He'd like to win one, would you?
I don't think so. And it is a Maroons throw a long pass. It's knocked out of bounds. And the Maroons are going to walk away with an Apollo victory again, 71-65 here at Newton High School. Tell you what, we'll let Terry get up the totals, and we'll be back in just a second. Why Terry's finishing up the totals here, I want to thank tonight's sponsors: the First Robinson Savings and Loan, Kemper CPA Group, Loyal Order of Moose, Robinson IGA Food Center, Hardee's, Crawford Memorial Hospital, American Legion, EM Coulter Post 69 in Robinson, M&M Exhaust, Crawford County State Bank, Pulliam Funeral Homes, Rural King Supply, Leaf Incorporated in Robinson, Robinson IGA branch of the First National Bank of Oblong, Charlie Incorporated, and World